some of the miscellaneous items and toiletries and just little items that I'll be carrying with me. I finally got the last bits of my main gear in, so in the next few days I'll be putting out a tent video, and I'll also be putting out a sleep system video now that I have everything all together. And probably by the end of next month, maybe 2 weeks out, I'll go ahead and release a video with the whole thing put together, all the gear that I'm taking, as I am still tweaking it a little bit from previous video. So not a lot, but just a little bit. So in my miscellaneous kit, one of the things I'm going to do is, I still haven't done yet, is I need to cut one of these towels down to a quarter of its size. I've never found anything that cleans glasses, lenses, and stuff like that. And I have just reading glasses, but I like to also clean my lens on my camera and stuff. I've never had anything that cleans as well as this, but the whole towel is too big, so I'm going to cut this thing down to a quarter size and hem the edges and take that along with me. I'm also taking a three-piece section of Thermarest Z-Light pad. Use this thing for many things, obviously, just sitting on if you take a break during the day or a wet bench or something like that. But the other thing I use it for is to kneel on to get into my tent at nighttime, and works really well. I think it weighs like 80 some grams. It's not very much, around 3 ounces. So bringing that. My knife I'm bringing is a Benchmade mini bug out. Really like this thing. It's super sharp, super light. It only weighs 45 grams. Yeah, I've used this thing for a while now. I really love this knife, and it takes up hardly any room, weighs hardly anything. I also have, and this is why I keep this stuff in my hip belt pocket, along with this item too. I got just a little thing of Banana Boat sun cream. I don't use much, especially I'm going to be covered up. I wear long sleeve shirts all year long. I'll wear pants all year long. The only thing I really put it on is my ears and my neck. I put sunscreen on my face, and I sweat like crazy with sunscreen on, so I hardly ever use it on my face. I usually use long-billed hats or something like that to help protect my face, but I'll have this just in case. Also, small bottle of hand sanitizer and lip balm. My favorite is this Carmex stuff. This medicated works really well. Toiletries kit, and like I said, all 4 of these, they go in my hip belt. And for my toiletries kit, I have a small bottle of Dr. Bronner's. Just a little pump bottle. The reason I have this little pump bottle, you'll see here in a minute, instead of packing toilet paper, I'm using the little expandable coin wipes. I think they're Wise wipes. So what I do before I go to the bathroom is I put a little bit of Dr. Bronner's in here, fill this bottle up with water. Then I can rehydrate my Wise wipes, and gives them a little bit of soap in there as well. So I find it works excellent, much better than toilet paper. Very clean, and you feel a lot better. And then I use pretty much all this, and when I'm done, I use the rest of it, what is in here, and I wash my hands. This is what I carry, like I said, instead of toilet paper, as I carry these little Wise wipes. They expand as soon as you put some water on them. I use pretty much one per day for using a bathroom, then I use one at nighttime to wipe myself down, as far as give myself a quick over with the face and the arms, and just, I know you can't stop the stink, but I'm going to try like hell to not be so bad. So I'm carrying about 30 of these at a go. I can't remember the exact weight of them, but they weigh hardly anything. I know everything adds up, but they really do. They don't weigh hardly anything. And then I got a Bulger trowel. I like this one better than I also have a Deuce of Spades, but I like this one better because it has just a little knob on the top here, and it really does help out when it comes to digging and pushing in. I find that the Deuce of Spades really digs in your hands, and I mean, most people realize that, but I don't want to put a whole bunch of tape on this, I don't want to dip it in plastic dip or anything like that. This Bulger seems to work very well, especially on the softer soils. I do have other trowels that I use out west here. I got a Vargo Dig. that thing works a lot better than a really hard rocky soil we have out here. But I think this will do just fine on the Appalachian Trail. And I keep it all in a little Dyneema bag. I also have, I use this thing as a pee bottle, especially in the wintertime. There's nothing worse than getting out of the tent at 1 o'clock in the morning in the wintertime when it's really cold. So I've been using one of these for the last couple of years, and I really enjoy it. So I'm going to carry one along with me, at least until it warms up quite a bit. I'll go through here. I also have the AT guide. Just got it in, 2023 version. And I got it broken up into 3 sections, or three books. It makes it pretty light, and then I got it marked on each one as where I'll send these ones to, so I have them in plenty of time. So, and I also use the Far Out app as well. So I'll be a combination of this and the Far Out app, and then I'll be marking where I camp on this one and putting notes in here. I do bring a little notebook with me. It's just a little yellow Write in the Rain notebook. I like to take notes, and especially on this trip here, I want to jot down things about where I stayed and what the mileage was each day. I'm going to be doing pretty much the same thing in the AT guide, but this will let me just bounce make sure I get everything right on it. I really do want to keep track of what I'm doing. Got my own little pen, this little Write in the Rain pen. Don't want to use the pens in the log at the shelters and stuff. I am carrying an AT passport. I've always been a big proponent, I love the parks passport for national parks, and I always look to get my stamp wherever I go. Don't know why I'm so into that, but I do like it. So I thought the same thing here. I'm not going to be running around just trying to get stamps, but when I meet somebody, if I go to a place that have one, I would like to track my progress in this thing. So, and then I also carry just a little Sharpie. I found over the years that I've always carried one of these. They come in so handy for so many different things. So I like to have one. And then this is pretty much my miscellaneous kit. I got toiletries in here. Then I also got other stuff in here as well. Keep everything handy in one bag. I don't know where it all is. I don't have to look for it. It's pretty good. And this again is a little Dyneema bag. I think I bought this thing as a chest bag from somebody on Etsy, and it's been working perfectly as my miscellaneous bag, my ditty bag. So it has been converted. I got a little light AF first aid bag, first aid kit. No, not a first aid kit, it's the bag. But then I built my own kit. We'll go through that in a minute. Same thing with a repair kit. I know a lot of people don't like to bring any really seriously repair stuff, but I like to be prepared. I've had not lots, but I've had issues go on the trails that I've hiked, and I just like to be prepared to get my tent to the next town or whatever gear. I carry a mini Bic. That's a backup. I also got a Bic in my cook kit as well, mini Bic. I got a pair of reading glasses. Toothbrush. You'll notice that it's not cut down in any way, but this thing is darn light. I mean, I bought the smallest, lightest toothbrush I could find. I went through quite a few to find this one. And then, of course, just a little bit of hygiene. I got this little head cover to go on there, just so my bristles aren't touching everything else in the bag. So, and then I carry these small tubes of toothpaste. I got a bunch of these. I really like this special, this exact toothpaste. So I bought a whole box of these things. Have the wife send them out to me. And then I've also been using Green Goo First Aid Balm. Works great for everything from chafing to cuts, abrasions, and all that kind of stuff. This stuff is really good. This Green Goo, and I like the fact that it comes in a nice small form factor. I got just a few Advil PM. This is really just to start the trail off with. Whenever I first go hiking or anything else, I love to have some Advil PM for the first few nights. Helps me sleep. Once I get past those first few nights, I'm usually good to go, so I won't need it after that. So I think I got 10 or 12 tablets in here, enough for the first 5 nights, I believe. I got some KT tape. I bought a whole package of KT tape, but I just put in a few strips. Don't know if I'll need it. I really don't have any problems now with anything, but it's another one of those things that I'd rather have and not need it than really need it and don't have it. So I just thought I would carry a few strips of it. Got a massage ball. I use these all the time. I know in previous videos I've talked about my right foot, how it gives me crap all the time. I don't know what's wrong with my left foot is completely fine. My right foot gives me crap off, the heel, the under my big toe. But anyway, this thing works fantastic. I wouldn't go anywhere without these. At the end of the day, roll out my foot for 5-10 minutes. It's so much better than not doing it. Usually by next morning, I'm feeling really good again. So love these things. Got a light load towel. Let's see how far this thing goes. Just to wipe face down and all that kind of stuff. They're great little button towels. I use a smart water bottle in my pocket, and I said before in a previous video that smart water bottle cap breaks so easy that I had to find something else to use. So I bought these from Amazon, I believe. I can't remember who they're from though. For some reason, I just think they were Gossamer Gear. I'm not sure. But anyway, they're little push-pull caps that I put on top of my smart water bottle. They work fantastic. They last forever, don't break. But I got a second one in here in case the other one does. I got a second one in here as a spare. Little set of earplugs. Must if you go in a shelter. Nail clippers. I found, making sure that especially your toes are trimmed up is really important in keeping your socks from tearing apart. I do carry just a few toothpicks or dental sticks. Dental hygiene is pretty important on a trail. So I want to make sure I stay up on it. That's the reason, for carrying real toothpaste and little hygiene sticks. I also carry, I think this thing weighs like 8 or 9 grams, but it's a little Harry's razor. I've tried like heck to grow a beard. I've tried like heck to grow a goatee, and I do grow a nice one, but it irritates me so bad. I don't see myself letting my beard go the whole way up there. So I am going to try to shave in towns every 7 days or so. So I brought a little Harry's razor with me, my favorite company. Like I said, this thing is super, super light. And I can just find stuff to put on my face to shave with on the way up. I am carrying, to start with, a couple of hot hands warmers. Now these are the larger ones, the big ones. I find these work fantastic in my sleeping bag or my quilt. I just put it in there at nighttime, throw one of these in a sock, put it in my spare sock, and put it down in my quilt, and it's amazing how well these things work. And I got 2 of them for those, and I'm only going to use them in emergency situations where when it's really cold and I do need it. So it's better than carrying other stuff that for a lot of extra weight. So another thing I'm trying is I bought these little laundry detergent sheets. I think I got 5 or 10 in here. I don't know how many I got in here, but let's see. I got 5 of them in here, but I've tried them here at home and they work fantastic. So I figured I'd throw 5 in, and then each time I send myself a resupply box, I'd throw 5 more. I don't know what the laundry situation is or the laundry detergent situation is along the trail, and if I find that I don't need these, then I won't carry them anymore, but I'm going to start with them. I got a little yellow clip here. I use this for my odor-proof bag inside my food bag. These originally came in, I can't remember the name of the company, but the first odor bags I bought, there were some green odor bags, and these came with that. And I find these work extremely well by taking the bag and just spinning it and creating a little neck, doubling it over, and then putting this on there. It really works, at least with my dog's testing I've done. It really works well with him not being able to smell anything. It doesn't make that much difference, I don't know, but they work great. So I got one in my food bag, and then I also keep a spare. Then I got a little clothespin. I got two of these. I use one with my um, CNOC modified uh, eating bag or food bag or rehydration bag. It's a little silicone bag. And then the other one, spare one, I got two. Well, I'll have two then. And then what it does, it just lets me, if I got to dry something out and we have a nice day, um, I got enough spare cordage and stuff with me to put up a little line and be able to at least hang up a couple things and let it dry out. Again, I may never use these. If I don't, I'll send them home in the first month or so. Along with that, I got these two little safety pins to dry out socks on the back of my pack. That's really what they're for. It's to dry out socks, to hang up my light load towel or something like that, just to dry on the back of my pack during the day. And then just a spare carabiner. So inside my first aid kit, I got a little bit of everything in here, but I got a tick key, and then some triple antibiotic ointment. I got a couple of those, and then just one little package of burn shield. It's a great burn cream. I've had to use this several times actually. I won't go backpacking without it. I am known to be a bit of a klutz, so I love to have that stuff. And then what we got here? We got some anti-itch cream, and then some medication. I got some Aleve, some Advil, and then some Imodium. And then I got 4 of these antiseptic towelettes, and then a couple of sting relief patches. And then these are portable aqua, just backup tablets in case my filter freezes or I run out of the aqua mirror that I have. Well, just a couple of spare ones. Some Benadryl, a little tiny pair of scissors. These things work really good. I kept on going back and forth whether I should bring my mini Leatherman just because they have the little scissors in it. And these things weigh a third of what my mini Leatherman does. So I've got my knife, and then I got these little things here. I think this is all I need for the Appalachian Trail anyway. And then I got a couple of strips of Leukotape. I know people bring a lot more Leukotape than this. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to make a couple more. I've only got two strips on here. I think I should have 2 more. I was thinking about that the other night. I'm going to put a couple more strips in there. What I did is just this Leukotape, and then it's just on like a CD label backing, or so it's nice and smooth, and the Leukotape goes on there, and it comes off real easy. I found rolling Leukotape up on a little pencil or something like that. It's not very effective. I mean, it's really hard to take it off. I don't know why. This Leukotape works so much better when put on the back of these CD labels. So I really like going this direction. I won't wrap my Leukotape around anything anymore, especially if it's gets warm or sees the sun. That glue on the Leukotape seems to really stick on the back of this thing once you take it off the original roll. That could be just my perception. I don't know, but that's what I see. And then I got some Band-Aids, just some various Band-Aids, probably too much. Oh, there's my other 2 antiseptic towelettes. One thing I wanted to make sure I brought was at least a small compress for a little bit bigger cut or anything. So I did find these self-sticking 2x3 compresses. So I got a couple of those, and then just a couple of large Band-Aids. Where are we at here? Yeah, just 3 kind of full-size Band-Aids. And I don't know if I'm going to really need these or not. I probably won't take them. It's just a knuckle bandage and then a fingertip bandage, and that's usually where I end up cutting myself. So I threw a couple of those in there. And then just a couple of what are these, cut strips, um, just to close a wound if you got it. And then I also have, in my repair kit, I have a little tube of super glue. I use that to close wounds as well. It works really well. So that's my first aid kit. And then I got a repair kit. This might be a little bit overkill. I may have to trim this down a little bit, but I got, like I said, a little tube of super glue, little Z-Packs sewing kit. Haven't used it yet, but it's got everything I need in there. So it is super, super light. It's really good. Now I do have this little bit of Dyneema repair. I'm not quite sure if I need this whole thing or not. Only Dyneema I have is right now. If I'm taking my tent, I'm still going back and forth between the whole tent and hammock setup. So I do have a Dyneema tarp for hammock, but if I don't bring that, then I really don't need a whole bunch of Dyneema repair. But I do have enough, just a tiny little bit here, to repair my storage bags and a couple dry bags. I do have some Dyneema dry bags, so this little one. Then I have just a couple of zip ties, repair a zipper on a tent or something like that in case it breaks. A little zipper pull. Sometimes, especially when it's cold, if you get a zipper pull that breaks, boy, it's a pain in the butt trying to unzip or zip something. So I like to have an extra zipper pull. Get my repair kit for my XPED. We'll get to that when I do my sleep system, but my XPED 5R mat, got the little repair kit for that. I do have some Tenacious tape. I got a couple little things. I got Tenacious tape, screen repair for your tent. I've had to use this a couple times, especially when it gets real buggy. I like to cover it up if I poke a hole into it. And then I got a little pair of little bit of Tenacious tape for the tent fabric. Since my tent is green, this is as close as I can come to it, so I can use the repair. And then I also got another little fabric Tenacious tape patch for any jackets or anything like that that might tear a hole in it, especially a down jacket. Then I also have, again, I probably need to go through this and pare it down a little bit more. I have a clear Tenacious tape as well. So, and then along with that, just a couple little alcohol prep wipes for doing anything. And then I also had in here, because I used to have a Thermarest X-Lite pad, is I got the Thermarest, the Thermarest dots. These things seem to work really well on small pinhole type holes on any mattress I found so far. And I use it on my Nemo. I've used it a couple times, so they work well. So I keep those in there. This I had in here for my Dyneema tarp. I don't need it in there right now. And then a couple of safety pins. Again, just for holding stuff together until you can get somewhere to get it repaired. Don't know if that's redundancy with the safety pins and the zip ties. Somebody could let me know whether they carry both or not. I always carry both. The weight difference, the weight factor for that is not enough for me to leave them home. So that's why I usually carry it. And these kits always have been going with me for the last couple of years, so I haven't really changed anything. This is what I always use. I think that's it. That's all my miscellaneous stuff. Like I said, I got all my stuff in now to finish doing my sleep system and my tent video, and I'll get that out probably sometime this week. I'll work on that and have it out in the next week or so. So thanks for watching.